Hello everyone, welcome to another tutorial section on how to make a beautiful Zara cap. So I'm going to be showing you in this video how I achieved this and the materials I used. So I'm going to be using the raw silk fabric, and then I have the crinoline, I have my Maco, also known as the Nora leather, then I have this trimming or the applique, and then I have my fabric glue. So these are the materials you need for this tutorial. If this is your first time of visiting this channel, thank you so much for joining me and keep learning. So now I'm just going to be cutting out the Maco I'll be using for this Zara turban, and I have my Maco to be length of 18 inches. Then I'm going to be using width of 2.5 inches. So this is the measurement I'm going to be using for this Zara turban. I will leave all the measurements in the description box, so if you don't catch up with any of them, just visit the description section. You'll find all the measurements I used in this video. So let's go ahead to mark the 2.5 inches all through, then I will go ahead to cut it out. So after this, I'm also going to be cutting out the measurement for the raw silk. So you keep watching and you keep learning. Thank you for joining me in another tutorial session. Right now, I'm just going to be cutting out my raw silk. If you notice, the raw silk have the stretchy part and the non-stretchy part. So the stretchy part is the one that will go through my head. That's the head circumference. While the non-stretchy part will serve as the height of this turban. So the measurements I'll be using is width of 26 inches, which unfold is 13 inches, and height of 14 inches. This is the measurement I'm using for this Zara cap. Remember that I said width will be 26 inches. Because it's folded into two, I'm going to be measuring now 13 inches. While the height, which is this part that I'm marking now, the height of this Zara turban will be 14 inches. So this is the measurement I'll be using. Thank you all for sticking to this channel. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please kindly do so. If you love content on how to make headwears, I strongly advise that you hit the subscribe button so that you stay tuned once I drop new videos. So you keep watching and you keep learning. When I'm done cutting this out, I'm going to be showing you the next step to take in creating your beautiful Zara turban cap. Now I'm done cutting out the fabric, and I'm just going to be creating a little curve on this upper part of this fabric. I also do this for the normal turban cap. So you just make that little curve and cut it off. And after that, I'm going to be notching the center of my fabric and then open it up and also make a mark at the center of my Maco before I go ahead to pass it in the fabric. I will show you all of this. It's very easy to make and very easy to understand. So you keep watching, you pay attention, and you keep learning. Now I'm opening it up. And I'm just going to be marking that midpoint, and then I will get my Maco and also find the midpoint of my Maco. When I'm done doing this, I'm just going to be placing this Maco on the fabric, and then I will fold it in. I will use this part of this fabric to cover up my Maco, and I'm just going to be fold it in and pin it, then I will sew it. I'm showing you all of these steps in this video, so you pay attention and you keep learning. Can you see that I'm done pinning it? Can you see what I did? I just pin it down and then take it to my machine and sew it. Right now, I don't want this line that I've sewn to be so visible at the top. So I'm just going to be adjusting my fabric so that the line will just go inside a bit. And when I'm done doing that, I will go ahead to sew these other two ends that I removed my pins from. I'm just going to sew it so that the Maco won't shift in any way to hold it in place. These other remaining edges of your zara turban, you can take it to your weaving machine and weave, or you just fold it in twice and sew it to have a neat finishing. I'm just going to be showing you all of these steps, and again, it's very easy to make. But if you have any question at all, you can leave it in the comment section and I will respond to you. Thank you for joining me in this tutorial. If you find it value, please give me a thumbs up. Appreciate me. Give me a thumbs up. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please kindly do so. So right now I'm done sewing these other two sides and then the other edges, and I'm just going to be marking the actual head circumference. The 26 inches we use is just our head circumference plus sewing allowance. But right now we are going to be marking the actual head circumference, which is 22 inches, and unfold is 11 inches, and that is what I'm marking there. And then you're going to be sewing it just as seen in the video. And when I'm done doing this, I'm just going to create a loose stitch with my hand needle and thread. After which, when I pull the thread, it's just going to be forming some gathers at the back of the Zara cap. And this is simply how I create my Zara turban cap. Then we are going to move ahead to create the design, which is the bow design that we have on this Zara cap. So you keep watching and you keep learning, and if you find value, please like my video. Thank you. Can you see my beautiful Zara turban? Very easy and very beautiful. And this is simply how you achieve your Zara turban using the stretchy fabric. Right now, let's create our bow. And first step is to cut out your fabric. I use length of 8 inches and width of 6 inches for each of these fabrics, and it's about 5 pieces of the fabric. So right now, I'm just going to be folding the width into 2. And I'm just going to sew it through by the length side. Can you see? And after sewing it, I'm going to be turning each of them over. And while turning it over, we advise that you place that line that you've sewn in the middle of it before ironing. So you take your time, turn each of them over, and then you iron. If you want your bows to be a lot more than the 5 I use, you can make it up to 6 inches, 8 inches, 10 inches, however you love it. So, but this is how I create my bow, and I'm also going to be showing you when I'm done ironing. I'm going to show you how you pass your crinoline and then you create the beautiful bows. Here is it. I'm done ironing them, and I'm just going to be passing the crinoline inside. I'm using the small size of crinoline, which has a width of about 3 inches. I'm just going to be passing them inside each of these pieces, and after that I will form my bow to design my Zara turban. If you are finding value, if you are learning, please appreciate me and hit the like button. If you are yet to subscribe to my channel, please kindly do so. Thank you so much. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for always watching my videos. I will keep posting more content, more educative content on how to make your headwears. So right, I'm still passing the crinoline in each of them, and after that I will go ahead to form the bow. So watch and see how I'm creating this bow. I'm just going to be folding it into 2, and I will use my hand needle and thread to sew it. I'm just going to be passing my hand needle and thread on each of these bows. So you learn and see how I form this bow, and after which I'm just going to be attaching it to the Zara turban. Then I'll go ahead to apply my fabric glue on the trimming and also use it to decorate my Zara turban. Thank you for joining me in this tutorial section. You can connect with me on all the social media platforms. I'm at Instagram at Nikki Collection. You can follow me there while I follow you back. You can just leave me a message and I will follow you back immediately. So thank you for joining me in this tutorial, and I hope that you keep watching and you keep learning, and I will see you in my next tutorial.